In the top stories, secondary school French teachers participate in DELF and DALF training sessions. Cora Richardson-Hodge elected as first female premier of Anguilla. And EU rejects Trump's allegations and vows to fight potential tariffs. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Thursday, February 27th, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, 10 secondary school French teachers gathered at the St. Christopher Air and Seaport Authority conference room on Tuesday for a virtual training session focused on the Diploma of French Language, or DELF, and the Advanced French Studies Diploma, or DALF. Amanda Edmead, director of the Curriculum Development Unit, or CDU, addressed the purpose of the session, emphasizing its significance in preparing teachers for the reintroduction of the DELF program to students.
Right now, what's happening here is that we have a 3-day training. This is the beginning of a 3-day training for selected teachers from St. Kitts and Nevis to be trained as DELF assessors. DELF is an examination that is done through the Alliance Française, through the Republic of France. The training allows the assessors to conduct the assessment. So for the assessment to take place, there will need to be at least 2 assessors per center.
She added that it is an important step towards revitalizing interest in the French language.
What this does is provides our teachers with improved skills so that they get a certain level of certification in the DELF program. This is one way for us to help to bring more life, more interest in the French language. The number of French students pursuing French in the Federation has declined significantly over the years.
Dwight Berridge, language coordinator at the Curriculum Development Unit, underscored the significance of the DELF certification for students, highlighting its role in enhancing their language proficiency and opening up future academic and career opportunities.
The DELF is very important because the competencies that they test, reading, speaking, listening, writing, and it's very internationally recognized. A certification in DELF is very important for our students.
The 3-day training session concludes today. A delegation from St. Kitts, led by the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, recently took part in the prestigious South Beach Wine and Food Festival in Miami, held from February 19th to 22nd. The team included Jeanette Boyd, Marketing and Communications Manager, Kristen Griot, Executive Assistant, and local chefs Stefan Marsham and Alaric Arache. At the event, the delegation highlighted the island's rich culinary traditions by serving a signature dish, Johnny Cakes and saltfish. This offering provided festival attendees with an authentic taste of St. Kitts, showcasing the bold and comforting flavors that define Kittitian cuisine. The reception to the dish was positive, with visitors praising the vibrant and unique flavors. According to the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, quote, "This platform not only celebrated the vibrancy of our food culture, but also reinforced St. Kitts' potential for expanding its culinary tourism footprint, positioning the island as a must-visit destination for food enthusiasts worldwide," end quote. The Charlestown Secondary School and the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School have received a donation of fire extinguishers as part of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, or CDEMA, Model Safe School program, aimed at strengthening school safety and emergency and disaster preparedness. The CDEMA Model Safe School program supports schools in implementing comprehensive risk management strategies and preparing for emergencies. Environmental Solutions Limited was contracted by CDEMA to develop or enhance national safe school policies in 4 Caribbean Development Bank borrowing member countries. conduct hazard assessments for 33 schools across 6 BMCS, and prepare costed action plans based on assessment findings. The Ministry of Education in the Nevis Island Administration hosted a brief handing over ceremony to distribute the equipment. 3 types of fire extinguishers were presented to the schools: a 10-pound ABC grade fire extinguisher, a 10-pound CO2 fire extinguisher, and a Class K fire extinguisher. Principal Education Officer Londa Brown officially handed over the fire extinguishers to representatives of both schools during the ceremony, which took place on Friday, February 21st, 2025, at the Department of Education. This initiative underscores the ongoing commitment to enhancing disaster preparedness in Nevis's schools, ensuring a safer learning environment for students and staff. We move now to news on the regional scene. Cora Richardson Hodge will be sworn in today as Anguilla's first female premier after her party, the Anguilla United Front, or AUF, won a decisive victory in Wednesday's general elections. The AUF secured 8 of the 11 seats, including all 4 island-wide positions, with Kyle Hodge leading as the biggest winner. Hodge, who secured over 4,000 votes, returns for a second term after leaving the government midterm in protest against tax policies. Former Education Minister Deanne Kentish Rogers, who previously defeated a sitting premier, lost her seat to AUF newcomer Cordell Richardson. The government of Guyana will keep investing in digitization to develop a more data-driven approach to fighting crime. This approach will help transform the Guyana Police Force into a modern policing organization, said President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, addressing the annual Police Officers Conference on Wednesday morning. The 3-day conference is convened under the theme Building Resilient and Contemporary Police Force, Strengthening Accountability, Innovation, and Partnership for Safer Communities. President Ali explained that the strategy will aid law enforcement in determining where crime occurs and where they are likely to occur. Technology and digital solutions must be the backbone of effective public security systems and policing. Internationally, the European Union, or EU, strongly rejected U.S. President Donald Trump's allegations that the 27-nation bloc was created to undermine the United States, warning it would vigorously oppose any 25% tariffs on EU products. Trump's comments, which deepened the already strained transatlantic relationship, claimed that the EU's purpose was to screw the United States. In response, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk reaffirmed that the EU was founded to maintain peace, promote fair trade, and strengthen transatlantic ties, not to harm any nation. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez echoed this sentiment, vowing that the EU would resist unfair tariffs and threats to its sovereignty. The EU warned that if tariffs were imposed, it would retaliate with measures targeting U.S. industries such as bourbon, jeans, and motorcycles. Olaf Gill, a European Commission spokesperson, emphasized that the EU would act firmly to protect its businesses and consumers. Despite Trump's assertions that the U.S. would prevail in any trade confrontation, the EU pointed out the importance of its economic partnership with the U.S., noting that trade between the regions amount to about $1.5 trillion annually. The EU also stressed the need to avoid a trade war, calling for cooperation based on mutual respect for trade rules. And finally, in international news, the Trump administration is pushing for a major reduction in the federal workforce, directing agencies to develop plans for eliminating positions and consolidating programs. A memo released on Wednesday outlines efforts to downsize the government with a focus on cutting career civil service roles and streamlining operations. Trump described the federal government as bloated and sloppy, stating the need to cut positions to improve efficiency. Agencies must submit plans for layoffs and program cuts by March, with implementation set for September. No specific targets were given, but Trump suggested that EPA could reduce its staff by 65%. The initiative has faced pushback from unions, state leaders, and some Republicans, with concerns about its impact on government functions and services. Critics warn that these cuts could weaken agencies long-term, making it difficult to rebuild once reduced. Certain positions in law enforcement and national security are exempt from the cuts. The plan aligns with Trump's broader goal of overhauling the federal bureaucracy, with backing from figures like Russell Vought, advocating for less government intervention. And now for the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy skies. Winds are a gentle breeze of 11 miles per hour from an easterly direction. Seas are 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. The temperature for today is 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather forecast for today predicts partly cloudy skies with periods of increased cloudiness and a 70% or high chance of showers. Tonight will be partly cloudy skies with a brief cloudy spell and 60% or moderate chance of overnight showers. Sunset for today will be at 6:17 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:29 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.